Hello Internet, I have a few things to show you here today. I think you'll really enjoy them, but first I should let you know that the server I am playing on is running Redpower, Buildcraft, and Railcraft mods. They're a few of my favorite mods. Uh, you'll see this nice marble and the basalt bricks, and they just add a really nice touch to building things that just look really nice. And you have these redstone lamps, which give it a little kind of like a futuristic look. You can make some really nice looking things with them, but really wanted to show you some of these some of the machines we have. This is just a standard Buildcraft machine. It refines the oil, makes it into this more efficient yellow fuel, and what it does, it takes the oil, goes into here, and this is actually, oops, this is actually a power pipe, which is fueled by 5 combustion engines, which have to be cooled by water, and for some reason, these two never seem to run out, these pools, but this pool will run out, so you kind of have to babysit this, because if this pool runs out, these overheat, bad stuff happens, things explode, people cry. It's not a good time. It's not a pretty thing to see either. They're pretty big explosions. That's all for that. The next thing I'm going to show you is something we have with Railcraft. It's about the only thing you can really run with SMP, as there are a few bugs. As you can see, this is pretty fast. It's really nice. The thing with Railcraft, though, is if you go around a corner too fast, it can explode. If you collide with anything, it will explode. So if you get on here and someone decides that they want to run down the track and you collide with them, you'll probably lose a couple limbs. That's never fun. There's a few problems with SMP with this where it will just randomly blow up anyway. Next thing is we use this is also Railcraft, and we use the vertical tracks in Railcraft just to use them as standard elevators. It saves space for using stairs. Don't have to use stairs because we have those instead. So you can just go straight up and down. It's faster than ladders. It's really useful for longer trips vertically. As you can see, that was really fast. And this leads over to just our standard mob grinder. It's a little in the works at the moment. Creeper blew me up here earlier today when I spawned. There wasn't much light in here, so things didn't really get pretty. I'll go back down over here, show you guys a couple of the inventions we have. First I'll just show you our storage room here. I just thought it looked really nice. Again, it's those really nice elements of Redpower that I like. You have these smaller blocks here. You can cut blocks into half blocks, 1/4 blocks, or 1/8 blocks, and it adds a lot of really nice functionality. And for aesthetic purposes, we have the lights, and again the basalt bricks. It all just comes together really nicely. I guess this was from someone who went AFK earlier today. And moving on. And over here we have, this is another Railcraft thing. It's out of order at the moment because of the aforementioned glitches with exploding stuff with SMP. Also, there's still some glitches with the automatic transmitters. We did have some transmitters down here, but we kind of had to convert it to wires. The transmitters would randomly drop off. It would especially happen whenever the server reset, and so nothing would really work after that. Even with using the wires, it still didn't quite work. And this is the inner workings of all the different switches. I mean, 5 destinations, 5 cards, and I can't imagine how much space this would take up with just regular redstone. That's one of my favorite things about Redpower is how compact you can make the redstone circuits. Alright, down here we have our bread farm and also a flaxseed farm. If you're not familiar with the mods, flaxseed it makes string so that we can make wool. And you'll notice they look a little bit different than normal farms. These are just 1 block long, but you'll see why they're just 1 block wide. We have 2 of them running simultaneously next to each other, and you will see that water stops, planted with a bone meal and automatically grown, and as soon as they are planted, the water turns back on. And you can see that the wheat doesn't get very far, but that is fixed by when we turn it off, the water is just always running. So then it gets, there's a little harvester block down there. Turn this back off. Alright, I'll show you a little bit how this works here. Basically, you get the wheat coming down here, it's put into this chest, and then it's taken out through these automatic crafting machines. Put into this chest, and then it's taken out, and then put into this wire, or not wire, this pipe, and then is brought up to a chest upstairs. This is where the bone meal comes in. It's piped in directly from mob grinder, from actually skeleton's mob grinder. And it comes in to this chest, and this one is for the wool. Lost and found. I think this is piped in from somewhere. If something that isn't meant to be in the system, it will come up here, I think. I only saw the beginning of them making this. The last thing I have to show you is a very special machine. It's one of my favorites on the server. I'll give you about 2 seconds to guess what it is. And you are correct. It is a tree machine. We like to call it the tree orator. It's about like 6 E's in one word. And as you can see, a sapling is automatically planted, then bone meal. It's the same general concept as the that we use for the bread farms. Suffocated there. So as soon as it's planted, then the pistons start working. There's a dispenser up there, dispenses sand, piston pushes it down, dispenses another block, and then it pushes it down again, and there's a block down here that harvests all of this. So as you can see, there's just a dirt block there, and then it gets planted, and wait for it to come back down again. See, it's all collected by that block, and then a piston pushes the dirt back in place. And I'll show you how this kind of works. This is again all done using Redpower, and this is fairly large circuit for Redpower. And usually people will, when they first see the machine, they're like, oh, well, isn't that cheating? You just have a machine that automatically makes wood for you. You don't have to cut any down for yourself. But an enormous amount of work went into this. I'm not sure how many hours or days he spent trying to figure out the perfect timings to make this as fast and the most efficient it could possibly be. This is like the third revision of his redstone circuit, making it absolute most compact it could possibly be. And that water you hear right now, I think, is actually the mob grinder. Yes, it was a mob grinder. It's actually, the machine is also set up to open up some pistons, and water will flow down and collect all the saplings. So this is where everything is collected from the machine. Everything's kind of sorted out. See, the dirt goes back up there so it can be dispensed. The sand goes down here and comes back up there so it can go back up to the top. Wood is brought down here, and it goes into the chest you saw in the main room over there. Turn this back off. Alright, that's all I had to show you for today. I'll definitely post some more videos if we get more machines up and running. I just really wanted to show off the tree machine. That's really a unique machine. I haven't seen anything else like it yet. I have seen something that used vanilla Minecraft that was incredibly complex, and I thought that was pretty neat, but I mean, I haven't really seen a tree machine with Redpower yet. So I will leave a link to all the different mods that we use in the description of the video, so you can go check them out. They had a lot of unique things to Minecraft, and I really don't think they ruined the vanilla experience. Most of the stuff is really end game, and also it adds these nice bricks that just they look nice for building. You don't have to just rely on stone bricks and smooth stone all the time to make stuff look really nice. It adds a lot more diversity. You really have to do a lot of saving to do all this stuff. I mean, I haven't really figured out what all the nickel light is for, but I mean, this is all the redstone I have, and that was used to make all these lights, pretty much, in the wires to power them. Unfortunately, they're not all on. A creeper blew me up in here the other day and took out my roof. So I will end this video now, and hopefully I will be making some more.